which I did tell you I was going to do in the last YouTube video, but let's open this real quick and check it out. Same as the last time we were in business with United in Polaris. It's like a bum bag, as you guys can see. It has the clip. Inside we have a pair of socks, earplugs, eye mask, tissues, dental kits, United pen, everybody wellness kit, lip balm, hydrating mist, hand cream, the eye serum. That is what is inside the United bag here in Polaris business. Okay, and now we're going to get into the Q&A portion of this video. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. I don't want to obviously make it too bright because we're at midway through the flight, and obviously they've turned down the cabin lights, and what may look weird holding from my face right now is a wireless microphone, so you guys can hear me pretty clearly in flight without me having to shout or anything. So we have a few questions from Instagram and a few from YouTube, so we're just going to jump straight into it. How did you get into the airlines initially? Fastest and most effective way to get into an airline in Australia when you're young. So I got into the airlines initially by getting into a cadetship program, which basically took me from knowing nothing about flying in 18 months to being fully ready to fly for an airline. That was in Australia because I am an Australian citizen. Obviously we're going to get into a little bit later what's going on with everything else, but there are cadetship programs not only in Australia but right around the world as well. In different countries, different airlines obviously have them. The one that I got into Australia is still running, and there are I think 2, maybe 3 still running in Australia right now. So that would be the quickest way to get into an airline in Australia when you're young, if you want to take that path. Obviously it's not the only path. With other videos I've talked about, you can go into military or get your licenses yourself through a university program and then build up hours and then apply for airlines that way as well. So the cadetship's not the only way, obviously it's just the path that I chose to take. I do have another video going into a bit more detail and stuff about what I did, and then obviously the best way in Australia and other countries around the world to get into an airline the quickest way possible. So hopefully that answers your question there. What's next in your career? Well, as you guys can see, I am flying a fair bit from Australia to America, and in the last video, well 2 videos ago, you guys did see that I was in Miami completing a type rating. So right now I have left my job as a airline pilot in Australia, and I have now been type rated on a new jet, and I will be flying in America. So in summary, that's basically what's next in my career. How long was pilot training? If you're talking about the type rating I just did, the type rating itself was about 3 to 4 months. That was because I did have to go to America and convert my Australian pilot license to a American pilot license. So that took about 3 weeks on top of the type rating, which is about 3 months as well, going through the theory, and then obviously sims and everything like that, learning the new jet that I am on. Initial pilot training, if that's what you were initially talking about, I did mention it just before, but I got into a cadetship program which took me knowing nothing about flying to being fully ready for an airline. That was about 18 months. That was a very sped up course. There was really no gaps or time off in that course, so it was very sped up. But yeah, that was the initial pilot training, and the type rating I just did was about 3 months. Favorite destination I've flown to as a pilot? Good you asked as a pilot, because if it was just favorite destination, that would be different if I was a passenger or as a pilot. With the new job, I'm going to be flying to a lot of different places I haven't flown to before, so that's going to be very cool. So the answer will probably change, I'm sure. Currently, the favorite destination I've flown to as a pilot is Hawaii. Kind of always the destination I like going to. We typically had a few nights there, and the hotel we stayed at was right near the beach, so I could go for a surf. The hotel had a good gym, there was good food around as well. So Hawaii was the favorite destination I've flown to as a pilot. But yeah, ask me again in a few months and I'm sure that will change. Why are you flying so much to the States? Fair question. Right now it's because I am working for a US airline. I'm still living in Brisbane currently, but currently I am commuting from Brisbane across to America, which is why I'm on this flight right now. I'm flying from Brisbane, San Francisco to Miami, then I'm doing some flying out of Miami. Whereas last month to start my trip, I went from Brisbane, San Francisco, Denver to Anchorage, and then I started my flying out of Anchorage. For this month I'm starting my flying out of Miami, so that's why I'm flying so much to the States. Hopefully that answers it. I'm basically commuting from Australia to America right now. Obviously that is a big distance. When I say commuting, it's obviously flying over to the States, doing my flying, then commuting back home to Brisbane and have my time off in Brisbane, and then go back to the States to work. So following on from that, are you moving? Yes, at the moment the plan is to move in the coming months. Things obviously have been a little bit hectic with type rating and learning the new jet and finishing training and everything like that with my current airline. It feels weird saying with current airline now because it's changed after I've been with my previous airline for so long. We'll see what happens. What are you doing nowadays? You've travelled a lot, it seems. Was it for work? If so, why? I think I've answered the first part of that question, but yeah, I am travelling a lot and it is for work. So basically because I'm commuting from Australia to America, that is the why, and it's because I'm based now in America working for a US carrier, and then I start my trips out of there flying to obviously different destinations around the world. A lot of them are international destinations, and that's the seatbelt sign coming on. traveling to a lot of different international destinations and obviously domestic destinations around America as well. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that more on my social media as I take you guys along with me. It's basically where this channel started and where I started, obviously flying the 787, flying to different international destinations around the world. As you probably actually saw from my Instagram, if you don't follow my Instagram you can, at Nick Priest, but that's why you probably saw my Instagram last trip. There was a lot of quick succession in flights. So like last month for example, I commuted from Brisbane back to the States, so we're in Brisbane, San Francisco, Denver, then up to Anchorage. Started my trip in Anchorage, went down from Anchorage to Incheon in South Korea. Then I got a commercial flight as a passenger from Incheon across to Narita, Japan. Then I went from Japan back to Anchorage, and that was actually my trip for the month last month. So yeah, a bit of a long-winded answer to your question, but hopefully that answers it for you. How long does it take you to become an airline pilot? Being a pilot is my dream, but the fee, yes, it is expensive, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, as I mentioned before, it took me about 18 months to start flying for my previous airline. Sorry, I'm still getting used to saying previous airline and current airline. So I'm not too sure about obviously what other countries, what sort of setups they have, but in Australia it is called HEX. So the government can loan you money to do your choice of study or what you want to study, and then you pay that back over the coming years. What I would say to you, if it is your dream, don't give up, and you will make it for sure, because I can tell you, I've said this right from the start, like I'm nothing special and I just wanted to be a pilot. I didn't like studying, and kind of I do study a fair bit now. Obviously being a pilot, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of study. Once you get there and get into the routine and rhythm, it honestly is what I consider the best job. I love it. If it is your dream, don't give up and you will make it for sure. Did you get a role with a US carrier? Hopefully I've answered that, but yes, I did. I am now flying for an American-based airline, and obviously I'm based in America, as I said, and I fly out to different international destinations and some domestic destinations obviously as well within America, right around the world. So yeah, I am flying for a US carrier now. What aircraft are you flying? I am sorry, I do want to say for the next video the specific aircraft I am flying. I'll let you know. Between Airbus and Boeing, I am flying Boeing now, so going back to Boeing. I just completed my type rating on that, back to Boeing Pilot. So just answering a few questions from Instagram and YouTube. Hopefully that has helped clarify a few things for you, and obviously in the coming videos I will answer more and tell you guys more about what's going on. But I'll give you guys a really quick rundown of the seat. If you guys haven't, previous video with a full Polaris business class with United, I'll show you guys now really quickly. Here on the left you have your own storage space, and in here a little cubby. There's a mirror in there as well. I don't use those headphones because I have my own headphones. And then that is where the remote is, which does come out. On the 787 they obviously have those dimmable windows. You have all the controls here for your seat, and then here is the tray table. Really quickly, I haven't posted about this on my Instagram before, but I just thought I would post about it here on YouTube as well, because I got a lot of DMs when I posted this on my Instagram. So this is a little Game Boy that I take with me obviously when I'm traveling and stuff. Really keep you entertained on long flights, so if you guys have long flights or anything like that coming up, worth checking it out. I'll put a link in my description box to check it out on Amazon. This isn't sponsored or anything like that, it's like over 15,000 games on it. So right now the favourite I am playing Pokemon is Blast from the Past for sure. But yeah, it's really cool. If you guys want to check it out, you can. If not, I don't mind either way. Hopefully that has helped clarify a bit more what's going on with me and answer a bit more of your questions. Obviously in coming videos I will be able to answer more as things happen and we travel a lot more. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the travel here on social media. I'm taking you guys with me because every other video right now seems to be travel. If you did like this video, please hit that thumbs up button for me, and if you are new here you can hit the subscribe button down below as well. Thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you for coming along for this journey. Obviously there's a lot of changes coming, a lot of big things and exciting things coming along. Hope you're all keeping well and keeping safe. Hope you had a great Christmas, and hope you have a great New Year's as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.